everyone, welcome to the Captain Drone YouTube channel. My name is Steve and today I have a $21 camera drone for you to check out. So this is it right here. It's called the E88S. And if you look closely on your screen, you'll see the E88 EVO that I reviewed last year. So this one that I reviewed last year when it first came on the market was $19 US. This one that just came out is $21 US. How do you get the low prices? Well, you click on the link below this video because there's a discount code. So then what's the difference between the two? Well, this E88S is an updated version of the E88. They've added a 360 obstacle avoidance on the top, and the camera seems to be a little bit better, but everything else, the features, the app, the performance, it's all the same. So if you watched my full review on the E88, well, then you're pretty much getting the full review on this. Since this is a camera drone, pretty much every camera drone is a beginner camera drone because they sell everything you need in one box, and this would be the box here. So in other words, you get the drone, you get the battery charger, you get the remote, you get the instructions, and what else do you get? I think that's about it. So super fast, I'll tell you the features on this baby. First off, it's only $21 US. Second, it's under 250 grams. Third, it's designed for beginners, so it has a 6-axis gyro in here with altitude hold. Fourth, you get 8 to 10 minutes of flight time per full charge on the included battery. Fifth, you get a 500-foot range with this. That's about 150 meters. So you can fly this farther than you can see it. However, I have to warn you now because a lot of people don't realize this. That's the range of the drone. If you want the video signal to come back to your phone so you can see where the drone is going, that's only about 50 meters, maybe 100 feet. The camera can be moved all the way down to look 90 degrees down or all the way forward, maybe a little bit up, but you have to do it with your little fingers. The resolution on the camera is 480p. For many of you that pay $21 US to get this drone, that's okay. It does have brushless motors, which is a rarity on a drone that costs $21. As mentioned at the beginning, you do get a 360 obstacle avoidance up top, so if you're flying this into certain things, it will let you know you're flying this into certain things. It does come with the remote, and the remote has all the buttons to start and stop video, plus do some flippies. Surprisingly, it comes with a carry case that's made out of hard plastic, so it's a carry case storage case. And lastly, you do get 1 or 2 batteries with a charger. Oh, I guess maybe not lastly. And lastly, you can get this in gray or black. So for everybody out there who's new to the world of drones and looking for their first drone, just be aware that for $21 US, the drone you buy is not going to be the same as a drone you would have paid $1,000 US for. There's an awful lot of viewers out there who will post comments below this video, you'll see them in the future, and they will be very disappointed that this does not do some amazing things like, hey, I couldn't find the spot to put the micro SD card, or how come when I hit return to home it doesn't come back to me? That's because there's no GPS in it, and that's because there's no micro SD card slot in this thing. So anyways, more so for the beginners out there looking for their first drone, let me show you what this baby can do. So the first question you're going to have is, how well does it fly? I will tell you right now, the joysticks are designed for beginners. What does that mean? It means you really have to move the joysticks all over the place to get this thing to turn and do all that other stuff. That's good because beginners have a habit of hitting the joysticks and the drone is darting off and smashing into things. Also, it does have headless mode. That's for people with no sense of direction. In other words, when you move the joystick in one direction, it doesn't matter which direction this is facing, it goes in the direction of the joystick. Very good for beginners, but it creates a lot of bad habits, so I would never recommend it. So how about I just show you some sample shots of me flying this outdoors and indoors. Check it out. There we are in low light, early morning. Look at this thing. Fly over here. Do my little pirouettes. Coming down. Look at those lights. Woo. So the drone has a nice glow to it. You can see the forward headlights on it. It's pretty decent. Bring it back to me. So it's kind of stays centered in my backyard. There we are. Let's just check out the speeds first. So this is slow speed, full blast forward. Very relaxing, good for indoors. There's faster speed. There we are. It's a lot better. It's called medium speed. Much better for cruising around. You can see altitude hold is working perfectly. I've got it really low to the ground and it's staying right where it should stay. And of course we're going to go into high speed. 3 beeps and here we go. That's full blast. This is more for your windy days if you're out flying in the wind. All right, come up to my little camera up there. And there we are. Well, let me just try it down the street here, and we'll see how far she goes. Well, as far as I can see it. Whip it around. Make sure no cars are coming, and let's whip it down the street. There we go. Way down the street, and that's as far as I can see it, so I've got to bring it back. I can't see it anymore. Oh, I can see the forward lights nicely. There we go. Right over my head. So this beep you hear is it's a low battery is what it's saying. There we are. So let's bring it down. Easy to fly if you know how to fly a drone. If you don't know how to fly a drone, you're going to be having to teach yourself how to fly a drone. But for me, you can see I'm having no issues whatsoever. And I think you can even land it in your hand. Let me go like this. There we go. I got it. Going up. There we are. Let's see if we can go through the house. So I'll come close to it. Bust it through. Bring it up a little bit. Keep on going. Down the hallway. The more light there is, the more stable it is. So you see it in certain rooms, it will sit stable, all the light. And in other rooms over here, where I have less light, it will become a little less stable for the optical flow, but you can see I can move through the house at a pretty good pace. It's high speed fly. If nothing else, you can have fun with your friends. Just put your hand under it.
Steve is known for being very good with depth perception.
What? You got to put your hand flat.
We didn't get it.
Okay, put it under.
As I said, Steve and depth perception. Yeah.
All right. There was an expectation that you want to put your hand flat under it and not your body in front of it. Okay, Steve? Okay, that's more like it.
Second.
Okay.
Defend my face.
Wherever it is, put your hand under it.
I'll put it.
Got it? Hand under it. There we go.
Nice.
That wasn't
I'm
hard.
glad I didn't lose an eye.
Now, I did mention it can do flips, and a lot of drones on the market can't do flips unless you get into the FPV hobby, but these little ones are fun, so they can do flips. And there's a little button on here to do flips. The only thing I have to warn you is that if the battery is low, it will not do flips. So you have to have a fully charged battery to do flips. Press the button, move the joystick, and she'll flip. Here, check out the video. Now, this is supposed to have a flippy mode by pressing this button, so let's see if it works here. We'll go up, press it, and she flips. There we go. Hopefully you caught that on my camera. Let's go backwards, flipping. Oh, that's sideways. Looks like I've got this reversed. Let's get really close and flip frontwards. Whoa! Try not to hit the house. So flippy mode works. Whoa! And crash in the tree mode works. Oh, it's alive. Oh, it's in a tree. The cool thing about this quad is you could smash it into things. I've crashed it, I don't know, it's got to be at least 100 times already into all sorts of things, but the props don't break off even though they give you spare props. And when you put it down, all you do is you hit this button that levels it, and then you push this up and we're off to the races. Does the 360 obstacle avoidance work? Well, my drone was very temperamental, and it worked sometimes and other times it didn't work. So when it is working, you have a little button up here, you press it, it's for obstacle avoidance, you press that, the forward lights will flash, you might even hear a little beep, and then as it gets close to objects, it will beep and tell you that beep, 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 I detect something. It doesn't matter which direction it's flying. What it's supposed to do, and it only works sometimes, is it's supposed to stop and not go into the object, like just stop. But for some reason, mine sometimes would just fly into the object. I have no idea. I don't know what I was doing wrong. So obstacle avoidance on here, 50% chance it works and 50% chance it doesn't work. Let me show you some examples. Okay, if you look at the front, you see the little lights up front. If I press the obstacle avoidance, watch what happens. They're going to blink. That means obstacle avoidance is on. And a last test of the obstacle avoidance, none is on, it's off right now. So if I want to fly into my garage door, the big white thing, well, it's going to crash right into it. Whoa, so I'll turn it on. There's a little button here to turn it on. There we go. It should beep as it gets close to the garage door. There we go, and it bounced back. So this is a $20 drone. I just want to show the obstacle avoidance is up top. Okay. So I'm going to fly it into you guys. It should stop.
Nice. $20 drone. How could it go wrong?
Oh, maybe my battery's low again. I thought I charged it. All right, so now there's no obstacle avoidance, so I can crash into any of you. I'm going to turn it on and let's see what happens. I think it's on. Nope. Let me try that again. This button right here is for the obstacle avoidance.
It seemed to be when I was putting my hand in front of it. It seemed to be.
Okay, try to do your hand in front of it.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
I guess that. Here, I'll.
Whoa! I don't think it's good. Confirmed. It doesn't work.
Who invited King Kong? Now, for many of you, you're wondering about the 480p camera up front, how good it is. As well, there is a camera on the bottom and you can switch and look out of the bottom camera. I will tell you right now, nobody on the planet Earth with more than one brain cell would ever use the bottom camera because it looks terrible. You're always going to use the forward camera. But how good is that forward camera? I find it's a little bit better than the previous version. They probably have a different chip in it. So here, let me show you some examples. So if I show you on my screen right now, you can see the video feed coming from the drone on the ground. And if I lift it up, there we are. There's looking at the houses. That's what it looks like. Here's looking back at my car. There we go. So the image seems to be okay. It's very low resolution. And once again, this is early morning, so there's not a lot of light. It might look like there's a lot of light in my cameras because I'm using special cameras to enhance the low light. There you can see a car down the road, red lights flashing. There's no stabilization in the camera either, so as I bounce around, everything bounces around. Okay, this is an indoor flight. I also have the screen recording on, so we should see what this camera looks like on an indoor flight when it's early morning. There we are. Let's see if we can go through the house. So I'll come close to it, buzz it through, bring it up a little bit. If you know how to fly a drone, it's pretty simple. If you're a newbie, then of course you're going to have to teach yourself how to fly a drone so you can fly it as well as I do. And then when you want to land it, you just hold down the left joystick and blam, smash it into the table. There we go. All right, so now there's no obstacle avoidance, so I can crash into any of you, but I'm not going to. So there we go. I'm going to turn it on and let's see what happens. I think it's on. Nope. Let me try that again. Well, I just don't want to hit anybody, but... Okay, so for this flight, I have the camera on, and I'm going to show you on my screen the recording of the flight. There we go. And she goes up, and you should see what's being recorded on the screen. So hopefully the camera up front is recording, and you get to see what it sees as we're moving through the houses here. Going around. There we go. We're in the front yard now. So I'll take it out and actually I'll turn it backwards so you can see me now, and I'll go away from me. There you go. And for those who want to get a $20 drone to inspect your roof, well, here we go. I'll go up on my roof and there you go. That's what it would look like. $20 drone looking at your roof. That's what you would see. How does that look? Okay, let's bring this down. Now, whenever I have these very inexpensive drones and I show people how to connect the remote to the drone or connect your phone to the drone, there's always a few viewers out there who just can't follow the instructions and they can't get it. So I'm going to show everybody right now how it's done, and follow these instructions, please. And please don't put a comment below and say you still can't get it. If you can't follow the instructions, hand everything to your kids and let them drive. Connection number one will be the remote to the drone, and that's how you're going to fly with no cell phone. Just be aware, if you don't connect your phone to the drone, well, then you can't use the app. You're only using the remote, and you can't record video because there's nothing to record the video on. There is no micro SD card slot inside this here drone. So let's power it on and show you how it's working. So in the world of drones, normally you turn on the radio. It's called a transmitter. Some people call it a remote. Normally you turn this on first, this on second. In the world of budget drones, for $21, you turn the drone on first, press the power button. Lights come on. I'm going to place this flat on the ground because it needs to be flat on the ground. Then I'm going to turn on the remote and they should connect. And I'll just lift this up. Notice how the lights are solid. It has connected. So now you would be ready to fly. You can hit the takeoff button that's on the remote, or you can move the left joystick up and it will fly. Now say you just want to use your cell phone and the drone and just fly it using the cell phone and the drone with no remote. You can do that. First thing you do is, once again, power on the drone, hit the power button. Put it down flat. Then go into your phone's Wi-Fi and connect to the Wi-Fi coming from the drone. In my case, it's called Flow something. What's it called? Flow Wi-Fi 4842. So now my phone is connected to the drone. Next, you want this app over here, KYUFO. And now that I have it opened, you can see the lights have become solid. So now as I move the drone, you can see that the video is going onto my phone. So I'm in the app, and you can do all the functions and features and fly it around. You can even pick the mode to have your throttle on the left or on the right inside the app. There we go. So if you go into the settings menu of the app, you can see it right there. That's how you can design your joysticks to use it with the app. And then after you do that, on the screen, you can see your joystick buttons. So now I could fly it just using the phone and have all of the same features, and it will work. Make sense so far? Now the third option is the way I would suggest to do it if you want full control. You're outside, so you want to use the remote, you want to use the app, record the video, and fly the drone. So let me show you this way. Okay, so in this mode, let's power on our drone again. Put it down flat, take our remote and power that on. Lift up our drone. Lights are solid, so we are connected. So now I could fly this drone just using the remote, but I go, hey, I want to use my phone as well, and I want to stick my phone in this phone case. There we go. I've got my phone in the phone case, and as you can see, I have connected to the Wi-Fi of the drone again. Then you open the app. Never open the app before you connect, or else nothing will work. I better show this because somebody's going to question it. Also in the app, as I showed before, you have the setting. There's a settings button someplace down here. You have to hit that and make sure you're using remote and you're not using the phone. So you want to pick the option on the bottom that says hidden. That's just so you don't see the joysticks on your screen. There we go. So now I have full control of the drone and I can use the app. And you can use all the features in the app. So in this app, you do have gesture controls. You can do the bunny ears, you can do the hand, take photos, you can program the drone to fly and do different things. Very common in all these apps. I think I showed it in my first review of the E88, so go watch that one if you want to see everything you can do with this. So the cool thing with this drone, I don't know if I can do it here because I have a microphone there. Hang on a sec. Let's put this box over there. Let's put this over on top of the box. I just move the joystick up. Props go, and I'll take it up. And there we are, flying around my studio. It's going all over the place. It's very easy to control, but here, I gotta bring it back. I don't know if this is gonna make it. Oh, I brought it right through the cameras. There we are. Hey, bud. Okay, so the next thing I want to show you is what exactly comes in the box, so check it out. This is the box the E88S comes in. Inside the box, you'll find a hard case, and inside that hard case, you'll find your drone and accessories. The drone arrives fully assembled in a folded fashion. All you have to do is charge up the batteries. Unfolding the drone is similar to most drones. The forward camera can be adjusted up or down to your liking. The only external sensor is an optical flow sensor. The motors are brushless with foldable props, and spare foldable props are included, as well as the screwdriver necessary to uninstall or install the props. An infrared obstacle detection is located on the top. You can remove it, but you would first have to remove the wires connecting it. The included battery is a 1-cell 1800 milliamp hour battery. The charge port on the battery is located here, and they do provide the USB cable to connect to that charge port. LED indicator lights are located on the front, the top, and at the rear. Total weight of the drone with the battery is only 136 grams. A remote is provided, but you will have to provide your own 3 AAA batteries to power it. And lastly, you do receive an instruction manual for the drone and an instruction manual for the app. So there you go, $21 US for this baby. I think personally for that price, even if it costs $30 or $40 US to get your very first drone so you could learn to fly indoors and outdoors, it's a very good investment. It's better than using a simulator because with this, you get real life experience. Anyways, links are below. Go check it out and see if this is for you. Honestly, these cheapy drones are super popular for people that are just getting into the drone hobby. So that's a great way to get into the hobby. After this, then go buy yourself a $1,000 DJI drone. So there you go. This is what you get for 21 bucks. I tell you, when I started in the drones, 21 bucks would have got me a stick that I threw up, and I would be lucky if the stick came back to me. So today for 21 bucks, pretty darn decent. All right, guys, thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up, and I will catch you in a future video with many more reviews. Until then, I say bye.